Yes, it's time to open these. The new Digimon Card Game starter decks for Gallantmon and UlforceVeedramon. Well, I say new, but then again, they say on the back here 2021 on each, so I don't know. I think they may have been, or might be new for us here in Europe, but for everywhere else, they may have been around for a while. I'm just letting you have a look at the list so you'll be able to tell what you're getting. Oh, and both these packs contain 6 cards to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of this version of the Digimon card game that was released in Japan. Excuse me. But apparently it says, oh, yeah, it did say on the bottom here, the first 6 anniversary cards included in this product are the same as, they'll say, like each other's boxes, um, which will be released at the same time. So yeah, so they both contain the same cards to celebrate the anniversary of the first year anniversary of the trading card game. So in this, you got 16 types in total, a ready to play 54 card deck, plus 6 cards celebrating the game's first anniversary. As you can see, it's right there, and the Gallantmon's thing says the same thing. I didn't realise what the ST stood for until I did a bit of research, and apparently these are starter decks 7 and 8. These follow from previous starter decks that they'd released. There were 6 before, and each one has its own color because obviously with this particular card game, I think with some you can mix and match, particularly if it's like a DNA digivolving deck. But otherwise, for the most part, you tend to stick to a single color. There'd be red, blue, yellow, green, black, and violet at the moment. I think there are white cards, but I don't know. Maybe those can be used in anything, as far as I'm aware. Lots of people are still brand new to this game, including myself. I'm only just getting used to the whole thing of how. I mean, I do know about like how many cards a deck has, about the Digi-Egg deck, about the fact that you can only have 5 of those, um, about how you can evolve them in different ways, about the security. That obviously that's the main thing you have to attack. You have to attack 6 random cards, which are like levels of security, and then once all the security is gone, you make one final attack to your opponent and you win. That's basically how you win at this game. There's no life points, nor do you win an actual card like you do with Pokemon. It's a similar concept to Pokemon, but not quite. It's like I said, it's different. You do set aside 6 cards to be your security, but those aren't prize cards. You don't win those. They either get destroyed and sent to the trash, or they do something according to an effect they may have if it's written on the card, like if it says security, and then it lets you know what it does if it happens to be in the security zone at the time of its attack. But anyway, I'll probably go a bit more into the rules as we go along. So, because this is starter deck 7, I'm inclined to have to do this one first before UlforceVeedramon. And yeah, I'm actually quite looking forward to this. This is my first ever Digimon card game unboxing, at least for this version as well. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I forget some of the other starter sets. You actually do get a booster pack, but with this one, obviously, you just get the. Ah, I see. Yeah. Oh no, that's not what they are. I'm kind of I saw the front, but I'm kind of looking at these from behind. Yeah, this is the thing that was really. Is it this way? Yeah. No. No, it's this way. Oh no, I see what they've done. Silly me. No. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, this is the memory gorge, and it's a nice actually. These are printed on silver paper, more or less. I'm not really doing this any justice, but yeah. But essentially, this is how you would hold them, or this is how they would appear if you use them in an actual game, or something, or they would have the same numbers, but people would just know to move the die or one or the counter rather. Some people use dice, some people just use counters from one number to another. This, of course, lets you know how much memory that you've used for your turns. Since obviously you only have about 9 or no 10. You've got about 10, but depending on how much you use by the time your turn ends, you could leave your opponent with more memory to use. I think that's I think that's how it works. Like if you go all the way up to 10, then you just give your opponent double the memory to work with on their turn, if that makes any sense. I think that's how it works. You start off with 0, obviously, and then whoever goes first uses some of their memory, and then they turn to their opponent. Say if you only used up 3, then that means your opponent gets to use all their memory plus an additional 3, because that's how much you've used, and that gives them extra memory to use. I think that's how it works. I could be totally wrong, in which case I do apologise for sounding like an idiot. I said I'm only just starting to get the hang of this game. See, you do get, but yeah, I do like the print quality of these. These are like proper like not tin foil. That's stupid. But similar concept, like very hard, silvery. I can't describe it, but you heard it anyway. Oh, so here's the 6 cards that you get for the anniversary. They're just wrapped up in this band. So let's see. We have Red Memory Boost. Okay. Oh, that means if you play, let me guess. Yeah, main. So this is you also get phases as well. Main. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 red Digimon card among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Then place this card in your battle area. Right. And main delay. Trash this card in your battle area to activate the effects below. You can activate this effect. So you can't activate the effect. This I can't read. Sorry. Sorry. You can't activate the effect. This effect the turn this card enters play, and then gain 2 memory. And if it's played in the security, place this card in the owner's battle area, which you've practically done anyway. So, oh, I see. I see. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's the red one, as you can see there. I'm not going to go through all of them because each card is one of the it's one of the 6 groups I just mentioned. So you have one for red, one for blue, which has Vmon on it, which is nice. So they basically do all exactly the same thing, only with the different coloured group. What's on yellow? Oh, it's Agumon again. Yeah, I've never seen I can't recall seeing an Agumon yellow card. I could be wrong. Green, obviously that's Wormmon, which is fine for the DNA Digivolution deck they got going on at the moment. Black is Hagarumon, and on violet is Devimon, which I think he is a card in the Vicious Violet set, as I recall. Yeah, um, yeah, that's the second one that featured Matt, and the other black one is the one that features Ty. Yeah, so Ty and Matt both appear on 2 decks at least. Oh, oh, I've also felt the feeling of these cards. These are like they're like it's how they get the shininess, but it's like holographic, like 3D material, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. So you get obviously you get those cards with both of these. So it doesn't matter which one you get those cards celebrate. So you can add them, which is quite good. So obviously if you have if you're playing a red deck or a blue deck or whatever, you've got yourself sorted. You've got a way of gaining some extra memory in that regard. On the rest of the cards, they come with a little thing as well. You can just not tear off. You can just simply slide off. I want to do the back cards first. Since oh no, these are just oh no, these just let you know how to play. Basically, it'll just give you the rundown of the rules. So you just look at rule cards. Sometimes I think Yu-Gi-Oh does it as well, and I think Pokemon started recently doing it as well with the Sword and Shield expansions, and obviously they're going to do the same with the other ones. Anyway, we'll start off with the ones with the white backing. These, of course, are the Digi-Eggs. These are the ones you add to your Digi-Egg deck, which is a bit like the extra deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Only you're only allowed 5. So there you go. We only have a playset of 4 in this, and that is of Digimon here, the in training form of Gallantmon. They appeared in Digimon Tamers for about 5 seconds. In fact, they all did. All the in training Digimon appeared for about like 5-10 seconds, and then they just disappear in the final episode. To which, if you're very savvy, no, that is not how Digimon Tamers actually ends. Or at least I don't. At least I like to think that isn't how it ends. That's how the series ends. But then that begot that audio drama that was released. If you don't know, there was an audio drama that was released where the tamers sent emails to their Digimon, probably saying, that we miss you, blah blah blah. But I'm not sure. I think they told them, or it was implied they may have known about the little digital portal that was still in Gilmon's hideout. And anyway, but my point is, right after that, they returned to the Tamers off screen, and then they had the second theatrical movie, The Runaway Locomon Express. There you go. So yeah, the I just if those who thought the Digimon Tamers ending was depressing, I totally destroyed it. Anyway, Gigimon. Right, yeah, I'll mention its effects. Level 2, your turn, once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon is deleted, this Digimon gains plus 2000 DP for the turn. So, essentially speaking, yeah, you can attack using um, this if it happens to be in the battle area. So, there we are. That be. Oh, I'll get rid of those. Sorry, there we go. So that be Digimon. Now for the main deck, which always had this backing on there, which I actually quite like this backing. It's kind of reminiscent of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. This kind of what it reminds me of. A friend of mine, Bobby Thornbody, there, he's playing that game currently, and this kind of reminds me of it. It's like the digital effects that happen from time to time. Anyway, we have obviously we've got a playset of Moondramon, of which I just remembered Moondramon is actually the in training form of, is it Rio? Is it yeah, I think it's Rio Akiyama's Digimon. You know, that character that lots of people like to talk about because they don't know whether or not he's actually a time traveler, not time traveler, a dimension hopper or not. When it's clearly established that he is in the WonderSwan games. So there you are. So yeah, that's Moondramon. He doesn't actually do anything. He's just there for to attack for 3000 DP. Play cost 2. That's how much memory you use to play him. So that's how much you. So if you play him, that you move your counter to there to the 2 because obviously that's how much memory you've used, and that leaves you with 1, 2, 3, 4. With 8, so you leaves you with 8 memory. But yeah, that's basically how the game would work, at least as far as I'm aware. Anyway, so that's Moondramon. You have we have a play set of Agumons. Is it? Yeah, you're allowed to have 4 copies of the same Digimon in your deck. So there you are. I mean, they can have like different effects or whatever, but they can only have like the same name 4 times. It's like Pokemon, where you can have like 4 completely different like Pikachu cards with different effects, different hit points, etc. Blah blah blah. But you can only have up to 4. If there's an alteration of the name, you can have more than that, like Detective Pikachu or Alolan. Or I know there's no Alolan Pikachu, but you get the idea. If there's a different name attached to it, you can have more than you can have like more Pikachu's in that deck, but they have to have an alteration of the name. So anyway, I'll just say you have a look there. Agumon, he is of course a level 3. All rookies are level 3. That's the thing; they never have any. They don't have any level 1s. But then level 1s are the babies, and they probably really do much. Anyway, Agumon, when attacking, when this Digimon attacks a player, it gains plus 2000 DP for the turn. So instead of having 2000, if it attacks, it gains 4000 DP. So there you go. So that's a you see me pretty cool effect there. Or we've got some super rares. This is where you only have 2 of these. Or it's made from that same sort of holographic foil thing as well. Guilmon. So if you want lots of Guilmon, at least for this set, you need to have at least 2 of these, which is and a bit of a bummer unless you know which booster packs to get. Obviously, because there's quite a few booster packs available for these guys. So I'll leave this in close because there's a bit more text to read. But yeah, there's quite a few Digimon card game boosters at the moment. But otherwise, when in doubt, just get 2 of the same starter set. And it's the same for Vmon, unless of course for Vmon you can get that DNA, the Imperial Jamon DNA deck that's currently out at the moment. Anyway, for Guilmon, play cost level 3, Digivolve cost is 0 up to level 2. Is that level 2? Digivolve cost? I don't. Okay, I just realised Digivolve cost level 2 is 0. Oh right, yeah. So it doesn't cost anything to Digivolve. What about Or is that the? Oh, it's the same with Agumon. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's you can play for free then for rookies. Anyway, for Guilmon, your turn. If your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon in play, this Digimon can Digivolve into a Gallantmon in your hand for a memory cost of 4, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. So again, that'll be quite handy to have. Or if it's that's its effect here, but if its effect is below, oh, that's the inherent. So I just realised, I just remembered, this is the inherent ability. That's the ability if it's played in a battle area or whatever. The one below it, below its name, that's the inherent ability. Because when you digivolve it, you place the card. Um, I'm just going to take this Biomon here and just use it as an example. So if you digivolve, that's how you do it. You put the digivolved Digimon there, and then that ability inherits. Hence why it's called an inherent ability. Kind of spoiled a bit there for Biomon, but I'm just using it as an example. Anyway, for Guilmon, your turn. Once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, trigger draw one. Draw one card from your deck, so you can get an extra card there in that regard. So that's good. Next up, we have 4 copies of Biomon. Obviously, she's like the main secondary fire attribute Digimon for this, which is why I think with the first deck, Gaia Fire or something like that, Gaia Red, you also get Biomon cards as well as Agumon cards. Yeah, no inherent ability. Okay. Yeah, inherent effect. That's what it actually says right there. Inherent effect. Silly me. Anyway, Biomon. Blocker. Oh, so this is that's another thing. Sometimes these can have a blocking effect, and this one has. Blocker. When an opponent's Digimon attacks, you may suspend this Digimon to force the opponent to attack it instead. So she can basically intercept an attack. On your turn, this Digimon can't attack players. Okay. Oh, I think that just means she can't do a direct attack on a player directly. Like if you wanted her to use the final blow, she can't do that. Right. So there you go. Oh, we got more. Oh, these are super. I think these are classified as super rares according to the box. Guilmon was a super rare. Growlmon's just a rare, but still, yeah, this is quite a. It's a foil rare at least. So yeah, there you are. Very. I mean, that's another thing about this is the artwork for these are absolutely gorgeous. Um, Absolutely gorgeous, regardless. Growlmon, your turn. Once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, gain 1 memory. So you can move your memory counter to 1 back, so you can gain a memory. But that's only if only if a Digimon of yours gets deleted. So there you are. Oh, this is oh, you have to Digivolve cost is level 2, and the play cost is level 4. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense now. So yeah, very good. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I thought there was a thing here. Yeah, this is, I think, the Digimon Data Squad or Savers version of Agumon's champion form. You get 4 copies. Just mention him, so just so I'm not lying. For Geo Greymon. At least I think that's what it is. I think it is anyway. I have to admit I'm not 100% sure about Data Squad because I never seen Data Squad. It was on Kicks, which was a TV channel, excuse me, here in the UK, which you can only get through either some satellite or digital services. And by this point, I just wasn't aware it was on. So there you are. And other things on my mind. But yeah, that's another thing. It's never been released on DVD. We've got the first 4 seasons from manga, but we haven't had the other seasons. Although Digimon Fusion wasn't even completed. Apparently, the last season wasn't, or last few episodes weren't dubbed. So yeah, go figure. But Data Squad was, Savers was rather, all except for the movie that was released sometime afterward. Anyway, oh, we've got one. Oh, this has got a security effect. So if this is in the security, like one of the 6 cards that are in your security, this effect happens. At the end of the battle, play this card without paying its memory cost. So instead of paying the 6, you can add it straight away to your battle area, which is good. Good. On play, so that's if it's in the battle area, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. So, oh, that's quite a nifty ability there. I think no wonder lots of people probably wouldn't mind having this guy. We'll see. Of course, we'll see what happens. Next up, we have 4 copies of Dark Tyrannomon. I'm not going to bother reading anything because he has no ability to speak of. Because there you go. Some Digimon have different abilities, some don't. This is, of course, one that doesn't. Though he has 6,000 DP. So he actually has 1,000 DP more than Greymon. So he's actually a stronger attacker. It's a bit like in Yu-Gi-Oh, where you have um, non-effect monsters, but they have slightly higher attack or defense, whilst the effect monsters, depending on what they are, they can be a bit weaker in terms of attack and defense, but they would have an effect to counter that. And here's two copies of one I've never seen before, Groundramon. So you get two copies of that. Oh, and by the way, because these are I was going to say, because they don't actually mention what Digimon can be used for, at least for or at least for bog standard Digivolutions like these. So that's the thing, because with Digimon, other Digimon can actually Digivolve into loads of different ones, loads of different Digimon. There's no set evolutionary line like Pokemon, so that's one thing to keep an eye on. Oh, here we have our first ultimate. We have 4 copies of this guy. Rise Greymon. So I didn't don't know why I stopped talking there. Anyway, on play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 DP or less. So pretty much like Geo Greymon, only this time you can actually delete something that's a bit stronger. So yeah, very, very good indeed. We have 4 copies, and these are. Oh no, yeah, we do have 3 copies. What's it? Oh, I was going to say, 2 of the cards were glued together for some reason because it felt a bit chunky. I thought, what's going on here? Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, the cards were stuck together with each other. That's why one of these War Groundmon cards felt a bit more chunkier because some of the other cards were stuck together. I think that's just something to keep an eye on when you are buying this set. Actually, hold on. Let's just pull them into a single card. There we go. So you've got very, very impressive artwork. This is another nice shiny card. Right, when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 DP or less. And its inherent ability, your turn, once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon is deleted, this Digimon gains a security attack +1 for this turn. This Digimon checks 1 additional security card. So that's what it means. So instead of attacking 1 security card, it can attack 2. That's basically what it means. So yeah, very impressive. Yeah, these were the cards that got stuck together. Gallantmon, and you get 2 of these, which makes which I was going to say because again I just mentioned about Digimon digivolving into different forms, so that's why you get that's where you get 4 Wall Groundmons because at the end of it, and you get 2 of the others. So it's I know it's weird, but that's just how it goes with Bandai and Digimon. There's no real set. Unless of course it's set in the actual games, but for the trading card game, as long as they're the right, as long as they're the color, as long as they're all the wrong color, as long as they're all the right color, they'll be able to digivolve. That's what I meant. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Oh, this is that gorgeous artwork again. Right, security attack +1. This Digimon checks 1 additional security card. And when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. If no Digimon was deleted by this effect, this Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP for the turn. So instead of it being 11,000, it'll be 14,000 DP. So there we are. So yeah, very good. And of course, we have of the last Digimon of this set, and it's again another shiny. We have Shine Greymon, which makes sense because it's shiny. And yeah, you get 4 copies of these. The boxes themselves also tell you how many copies you're getting of each card. So that's another thing to keep in mind is that with these star sets, they will let you know how many cards you're getting. Security attack +1. This Digimon checks 1 additional security security card, which means again it attacks 2. Piercing. When this Digimon attacks and deletes an opponent's Digimon and survives the battle, it performs any security check it performs any security checks it normally would. Oh, I see. Right. So if you attack, if you're attacking a Digimon, like one of your opponent's Digimon, then this can also at the same time attack one of your opponent's security as well. So if it attacks a Digimon, it can also attack a card that's in the security as well. So that's again a very nifty effect. So like I said, most of these Digimon have their own unique effects, or they're quite powerful with no effects. as I just mentioned before. Now we don't have any Tamers cards, but we do have option cards. And we have 2 copies of Lightning Joust. None of these are shiny. These are just basically these are very similar to spell cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or um, is there option cards in Pokemon? I can't remember now. I know there's stadium cards, but it's more like field spells. They're not item cards. They may have a similar effect to that. Anyway, Lightning Joust, main. One of your Digimon gets 2000 DP for this turn, then if the number of cards in your security stack is less than or equal to your opponent's, one of your Digimon gains a security attack +1 for this turn. This Digimon checks 1 additional security card. That basically means that you can attack an additional security. And if it's in the security, as you can see, it has a security effect. Add this card to the owner's hand. So if it's in the security and it gets attacked, then this card goes straight to your hand. So again, very handy. Next up, we have Atomic Blaster. And of course, we have, all these cards are named after Digimon attacks. So this one, of course, will be War Growlmon's personal attack there. Main. Choose any number of your opponent's Digimon whose total DP adds up to 8,000 or less and deletes them. So, yeah, that's a quite powerful effect. And if it's in security, activate this card's main effect. So this effect actually activates immediately if it's in the security. So, yeah, very good. And finally, we have 4 copies of Gaia Force, which of course is War Greymon's card thing here. Yeah, so I think this deck would actually complement that Gaia Red deck that I mentioned, which was that's the first starter deck. So some of these starter decks would complement each other, but of course the main thing is to get additional booster packs to help out with building your decks. Anyway, main, delete one of your opponent's Digimon. And if it's if it's in the security, activate this card's main effect. So once again, if this card gets attacked, if it's in the security, then this gets played straight away. So you could very well delete the Digimon that just attacked the your security, for instance. So again, a very nifty effect. And I think with these, you can also have up to 4 copies of the same option cards, tamer cards, and that sort of thing going on as well. This is going to be a long video, but I don't mind. I'm very talkative. Right, so we're opening up the UlforceVeedramon. I will admit blue is my favourite colour. That's kind of what I was thinking of. Maybe I might make a blue deck. We'll see what happens with a red. Maybe make it as a secondary deck. We'll see what happens. So yeah, once again we have this is what I'm talking about. You have this backing thing that holds these cards together. These are actually, yeah, I've just remembered I forgot. I'll just put these back in with the Gallantmon set there, and I'll just put the. Oh, by the way, these aren't counters. These are just part of the card. You can move, and you can use something like a counter or a die or something like that, so you can move them around. So it's to let you know, of course, how much memory you've used and how much memory you have left to use during your turn. That's basically how the whole turn thing goes. But yeah, you have this plastic bit here. I'll remove or attempt to move the plastic bit without damaging the cards, please. Or just move it out. So yeah, once again, you have the same 6 cards that allow you to gain more memory and whatnot. Yeah, the each of the memory boosts. I'll just put that to one side. And once again, you have your main. This is how the deck would appear in both versions with the same plastic thing here that you remove. Right, once again, let's go backwards. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Sorry, it's just the deck's going all over the place. So once again, you have your cards that you know how to play. This time, of course, with a blue backing because I've got it from a blue deck. And you have very nice looking. Doing it the wrong way. So very nice looking silver carded. That's the only way I can. That's the only way I can actually describe these. But yeah, These are these are very nice. I mean, you can have playmats made, and they're doing the rounds at the moment where you let's turn these off. I forget which one I'm doing. That's it. Yeah. Um, yeah, we can have them like this. Um, yeah, there's playmats you can get at the moment, which have their own unique counters. So, or memory gauges like this, so you can move like a counter or dice from one end to another. It's almost not like a tug of war, but kind of when it comes to the memory. Like if you use up memory, like up to that seven, there's seven right here. That means your opponent will have all that memory, including this, to play with. So that's the thing. That's why they usually say, you have to be very wise with how you use your memory. At least I think that's how it works. Like I said the memory thing makes my head spin sometimes, but I think that's how it works. If I'm wrong, I do apologise because again, I'm just brand new to this game, just as much as everyone else is. Okay, time for the Digi Eggs. You can tell because of the backing like this. Oh, that's the thing. When you start a game, if you've got Digi Egg cards, you have to shuffle them as well. I mean, chances are you might have four of one and then an extra one of another one, but just in case, it's just for fairness sake. We have Demivimon and there's Chibomon there. That's the thing with these in training cards. They usually have like another in training Digimon or a baby form that come out around the same time or in the same artwork, which is quite like. It's quite cute. Right, your turn. When you have 8 or more cards in your hand, this Digimon gains 1,000 DP. There you are. So it's kind of gaining support for more if you have more cards in your hand. And was it 8 or more? So this actually lets you know, yeah, there is no card limit to Digimon. The only game I can think of with a card limit, I don't know about Magic, but I know Yu-Gi-Oh has a card limit, about 6 cards you can have in your hand. Otherwise, you can have more. With Pokemon, there's no hand limit, and the same thing with Digimon. Again, no hand limit. And let's start off with, oh, that's a nice card. That's another reason why I want to play blue. First of all, and I like him as well. You get 4 copies of Elecmon. He doesn't do anything, but there you go. That's a basic Digimon you can start things off with. There you are. You don't have to have a Digi Egg. That's only if you're breeding them in the breeding area. You need a Digi Egg card. So that's the main thing. You can Digivolve for free, basically, without paying any memory costs. That's the difference between Digivolving a Digimon in the breeding area as opposed to actually being in the battle area. Again, that's as far as I believe. That's how the rules go. So Elecmon, very nice artwork. And I think I get 4 copies. Yeah, I get 4 copies of this guy. Very happy. I do love this artwork. I have to admit. It's Gabumon! Making you jealous, Bobby. Actually, maybe a little bit. I think if it was Galmon, he'll probably be a lot more jealous. Because Galmon is actually his favourite Digimon. Very similar to Gabumon, but yeah. Can never go wrong with a classic. Gabumon definitely is a classic. All turns. So this is his inherent ability. When you have 8 or more cards in your hand, this Digimon gains 1,000 DP. Okay, so it's like Demivimons, only it's Gabumon. just imagine, yeah, you expect your Demivimon to evolve into a Vmon, but instead it evolves into a Gabumon, which can actually happen in this card game. Because that's the thing. That's the thing with this card game. It gives you options, but that's the thing. It has to be a corresponding color. That's the thing. It has to be the same color, otherwise it won't work. You have 4 copies of a new guy I haven't seen before, Dracomon. So yeah, there you are. And of course, I've also noticed that a lot of these don't use any memory to digivolve, which is good. But then, of course, they're only digivolving from babies when training, whatever, to their rookie levels. Doesn't really cost that much. For Dracomon, on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon card with Draymon in its name among them to your hand. So, ooh, that's a very nifty one for this and for that DNA Digivolve deck, which I'm planning to get. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So yeah, again, it's kind of deck control as well. So yeah, very very nice, very nice indeed. And we have 2 which you can probably get the other two if you get that DNA deck, but I guess they'll have different effects. But of course, we have Vmon, another classic. Seriously, if you don't like Vmon, what is wrong with you? I mean, this was the very well, actually not Vmon, but his champion form, which I definitely see, was like the very first proper Digimon introduced in major media. And you're thinking, wait, he wasn't in Digimon Adventure. I'm not talking about Digimon Adventure. I'm talking about the V-Tamer manga. I think that was actually the first ever printed media for Digimon. Yeah, that's the one with Tai or Taichi in his property. I think he has a different last name from Kamiya, like in Adventure. I think he looks like Tai from the series, but he might be a completely different guy entirely. But he has a Veedramon, which he's given the name Zero Maru, or Zero for short. I think that was like the first major Digimon thing, or maybe it was printed at the same time as Adventure. I don't know. And then the Adventure manga came later. Anyway, you get two Vmon. Your turn. If your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon in play, this Digimon can Digivolve into an UlforceVeedramon in your hand for a memory cost of 4, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. So again, very good. Um, Actually, it doesn't specify if it needs the other Digimon. That's probably the thing. You can actually. Ah, I see. You probably can just play an UlforceVeedramon straight on top of it, like if it's like a Warp Digivolution. Ah, I see where they went with that. Yeah, I think that's how it works. Um, with this. If not, they'll probably say, you just need to dig out like a Veedramon and an area of Veedramon beforehand." Anyway, his inherent ability when attacking, if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, trigger, draw one card from your deck. So yes, it kind of tells you what it means as well. Draw one. That means draw one card from your deck. Oh well, but no, at least they're trying to make the game idiot proof. Let's put it that way. But no, that's good. That is helpful, to be honest. And of course, we have two Veedramon or Zero Maru, since I've just talked about him. But yeah, that was who Taichi gave. That's the nickname he gave to Veedramon. Don't know why, but he just did. Anyway, so you get two copies of Veedramon, and he has an inherent ability. Oh, I don't actually mention their attacks. I mean, this one's 5,000 DP, but you should be able to have seen it anyway. Plus, also, this is the text, which is the smallest bit of it, which you may have missed. Anyway, so when attacking, inherent effect, when attacking, if you have 8 or more cards in your hand, return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to its owner's hand. Trash all of the Digivolution cards on that Digimon. So level 3, so that means basically return a rookie Digimon to the opponent's hand, and then the rest of the cards, if it's Digivolved, then it will get trashed. So that's a pretty big ability there, very big. You get 4 copies of. Yeah, that's right. It's four. You get 4 copies of another guy I've never seen before, Dramon. I'm guessing this must be the champion of that other Dramon we just had. Hold on, sorry, I'll go back. Dracomon. That's it. This must be the champion of Dracomon. Naturally in like the series and whatnot. I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm only making an assumption. Anyway, Dramon. It's security. We've got security effect. At the end of the battle, play this card without paying its memory cost, so it can go straight onto the field right away. On play, trigger, draw two cards from your deck. So yeah, so if this is security, it goes right onto the field. Plus, you get 2 cards. So yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. So like I said, it got each unique ability, which is why it's fun to have different cards at work. We have always one that some people, especially from Tamers, should know. Gorillamon. You get 4 copies of him. Doesn't do anything. He's just a level 4. How much is it? Digivolving cost? 1. Oh, that's not too bad. Only using 1 memory for but his play cost though is 6. So yeah. Oh, there's the trade-off. How much does he have? 6,000 DP. That's fairly high there. Is that Vilemon there? He's been up some Vilemon. It looks like it, but I can't really tell from there. I just realised. Yeah, sometimes you have other Digimon guest starring in others' arts. So there you are. Oh, here's one from Adventure. You get 2 copies of Monzimon. Once again, he has nothing. Well, no effects anyway. He's got 6,000 DP. Oh, it's got a higher. Oh no, it's got it's got a Digivolution cost of 2, but he doesn't have a high attack cost. He only has 5, as opposed to the 6 like Gorillamon. So yeah, not bad. He's also he's in a Oh, he's in a Digirave. I just realised there's Etamon right there. Just realised that. Oh, nice. Like I said, they just love putting like guest stars in their art. Um, oh, we have. Is this level 5? Yes, this is another champion. You get 4 copies of Wingdramon. Very never, very powerful there. Oh, Digivolution cost of 3, but use it battle play cost. That's it. Is 7. You get 7,000 DP, so it's 1 point for 1,000 DP each. Kind of. Oh, it's a blocker effect. When an opponent's Digimon attacks, you may suspend this Digimon to force the opponent to attack it instead. So basically, yeah, this can force your opponent to attack it rather than another Digimon of yours. So again, very handy stuff. Just, moving them out of the way. Just moving a lot of stuff out of the way on screen. Oh, that's a beautiful artwork there. I just discovered. Oh, like before, we have 4 of the ultimate version, and they're all very nice and shiny. This, of course, is UlforceVeedramon. No, AeroVeedramon. Sorry, AeroVeedramon. Yes. He actually, yeah, Veedramon and AeroVeedramon appeared in the original card game before XVmon did. But then it's because XVmon didn't appear until Digimon Adventure 02, so that's probably why. You do get XVmon as a champion card with that DNA Digivolve deck for the Imperial Dramon, along with Stingmon. But what's interesting, you get both DNA Digimon as well. You get Dino Beamon, whatever you want to call it, as well as Grand Quagamon, which was treated as his mega form even back then, even though it's part of the Quagamon family. This is what I mean by Bandai having lots of different ways you can digivolve Digimon. They can digivolve into lots of different ones, so there you go. Hmm. Oh, we got a jamming one here. This Digimon can't be deleted in battles against security Digimon. Ah, okay. So I'm guessing if it battles a security Digimon, if it has an effect or it can attack back, it can't delete this area of Veedramon. It can only be in the battle area. It can be done. Or yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the way it was. Anyway, inherent effect. Your turn. Where you have 8 or more cards in your hand, this Digimon gains a security attack +1. This Digimon checks 1 additional security card, which means, of course, it can attack 2 cards in the security area instead of 1. So again, very good. Yeah, a lot of these effects are probably, borrowed or copied from other cards. But yeah, because don't forget, these are all different colors as well. So you're going to have like a lot of cards will have the same effect. There's another no, a couple of cards stuck together. I think it's because of the foil or whatever they're made from. But take a look at this. It's like a full art. You get you get 4 full art cards of Slayer Dramon. Still, tell you look, that is absolutely gorgeous. Really is absolutely gorgeous full art there. I think we've got a full art with the other one. I just didn't notice. Maybe. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous full art there. Anyway, when digivolving, yeah, I think I did. That was one of the other megas. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, um, yeah, when digivolving, this Digimon gains a security attack +1 for this turn. This Digimon checks 1 additional security card, and your turn. This Digimon is unblockable, so it can't be blocked regardless of what you do. Pretty much, that's what it says there on the card. So yeah, again, I'm only assuming one that these cards don't know some of what you have to do, but yeah, again, not exactly 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And finally, for the Digimon, of course, we have 2 of the main card for this deck, UlforceVeedramon. And of course, this is the one where you can Digivolve straight away if you have some conditions to be met if you had Vmon. So that's probably why I actually got 2, and it's the same thing for Guilmon into Gallantmon. That's probably why you only have 2 copies of these, which is why, they probably say, oh, get 4 copies, that way you have a playset. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see though. Anyway, UlforceVeedramon. When digivolving, return 1 of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to its owner's hand. Trash all the Digivolution cards on that Digimon. And when attacking once per turn, if you have 8 or more cards in your hand, unsuspend this Digimon. So basically, yeah, if this card gets suspended for some reason, I think there's an effect where you can suspend it. Like it's all still is on the field, but it can't battle. There's that effect that goes on as well. That's sort of thing. But if, of course, if you've got 8 cards or more, you can unsuspend this Digimon if it got suspended. So it goes back onto the proper playing field. So there you are. Very good. And again, the artwork, absolutely gorgeous. Cannot fault the artwork. Again, no trainer cards, but you do have option cards. You have 2 copies of Hammer Spark, which is odd because that's Zudomon. Oh, I can't remember now. Did was Gomamon available? Yeah, I think Gomamon was on that Cocytus Blue deck, which I had my eye on getting as well. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, Cocytus Blue or Cocytus Blue. It's named after one of the rivers in Hades in Greek mythology, and it's one of Metal Garurumon's attacks in the Japanese version. So yeah, there you are. Hammer Spark. Main, you gain 1 memory, or if it's in the security, you gain 2 memory. So there you are. It helps to build up some memory in that regard. You have 4 copies of Victory Sword. So very nice. And again, so I'm proving I'm not lying. 4 copies. But like I said, the boxes do tell you how many copies of each card you're getting. So there you are. For your main, unsuspend one of your blue Digimon. So, or you can also do that with UlforceVeedramon if you wanted, I guess. And if it's in the security, add this card to its owner's hand. So, if this card is in the security, gets attacked, you can add it to your hand. So, a little bit like Pokemon in that regard, yeah, but it's only affecting this card, and of course, other cards will have similar effects. So that's that. And finally, you have 4 copies of the Wingblade. So well, we've got another nice Veedramon, or is it Aeroforce? I think it's Aeroforce this time. Aeroforce Veedramon, and of course you have 4 copies. Again, very very nice artwork. Right, for your main phase, return one of your opponent's level 6 or lower Digimon to its owner's hand. Trash all the Digivolution cards of that Digimon. So that's good. So yeah, you can return the level 6 and all other levels get deleted or trashed. And if it's in the security, activate this card's main effect. So if this card gets attacked, then the main effect gets activated right away regardless. So yeah, there you go. That be the oh, it's been a long one. It's nearly 50 minutes. Wow, it's a long video, but it's been worth it. Really wanted to do this video for a while, and I just wanted to get used to, or at least get used to some of the rules as much as possible. Have a feel for what the card game is, so I can properly describe what these cards do and whatnot. Or I mean, I might still have bungled up, so if I did that, I do apologise. But yeah, that was the unboxing for both of these sets. Starter set, um, sorry, starter set 7 Gallantmon and starter set 8 UlforceVeedramon. So yeah, very nice. Like I said, I've still got my eye on that Cocytus Blue set and the Imperial Dramon fusion deck thing. So yeah, you can probably see I'm favouring blue at the moment over red, but well, we'll see what happens because obviously red and blue they do tend to have like Digimon that do similar things and this, that, and the other. I think all the decks do or have Digimon that do similar things to one another. It's just obviously it's best to correspond your decks accordingly with the same coloured cards so that you can build a better deck. Although, like I said, with that Imperial Dramon deck, obviously that deck is specifically made so you can actually have both blue and green cards, since Wormmon is part of the green group. And once you've, of course, put them all together, you can DNA Digivolve, and they can become stronger Digimon as a result. So yeah, that's kind of what they were getting at. Yeah, and that's another thing. I saw this box for about a 5 or something. I think it's just a bog standard cardboard box, but it's just something just to put the cards in once I've shown them all off. So for the time being, I'm just putting them back in their plastic containers for now and just see what happens. But yeah, really digging the feel of these cards. Like I said, I'm really really looking forward to getting that Cocytus Blue. That's definitely the one I'm going to go for next because Not only do you get more Garbodemon, but there's another Digimon in that which I quite like. And in my head, I was like, "Oh yes, he's in the blue groups, so I can play him as well." But which Digimon would that be then? Well, you can probably have to watch other people's opening of Kokaitis Blue and find out. But yeah, I'm going to sort all this out. And yeah, I've been rambling on now for 50 minutes. And I'm going to give my throat a rest now. So again, thanks ever so much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and hope you'll do this again soon with the Kokaitis Blue or the Veedramon set, or Imperial Dramon set rather, or whatever. We'll see what happens. So until next time, guys, do take care. Bye.